Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing well. We're going to be talking about silver. We're going to be talking about central bank digital currencies and what you do with the CBDC, with how you transfer it with gold to silver. What are the values going to be like? People are asking me this all of the time. Let's get this out of the way. I just walk around with stockings all the time. I've been doing that Silver for Christmas campaign, and I think it's very important. And the campaign's very simple. Commit as a parent, a grandparent, having a niece or nephew, commit to buying 1 ounce of silver and dropping it in their stocking this year as their gift instead of some useless trinket that they don't need or candy that they don't need. Um, this year, give them a 1 ounce coin of silver. It's 25 bucks. And then hashtag, take a photo of it, hashtag silver Christmas and hashtag silver in my stocking. Take a photo of it and put it out from the internet. Let's get these hashtags trending and show people that have never experienced precious metals how important it is, especially before a financial collapse. But we're going to talk about, what do you do with your silver and gold when there's a central bank digital currency? And I hear this all the time. People say, Ninja, they're not going to let you buy gold and silver with a CBDC. That would be completely counterintuitive. That's going against what they want to do, because they want to stop you and control you. Well, okay, I agree with that. But here's the thing: they're not going to stop the purchase of gold and silver. And I'm going to tell you why. It's the most simple, fundamental, that nobody's telling you this on YouTube, on the internet, anything. First off, the amount of people that own gold and silver are so small, it's pathetic. It's less than 1%. Absolutely pathetic. 1%. Less than 1% of the nation, of the world's population, owns any precious metals. That is a couple silver quarters, 1 silver ounce, an ounce of gold. You get my point. There are so little people. All right. Now, the central planners and central bankers understand this. So, why would they ever come out with a currency that is supposed to be the end all be all, coolest thing in the world, doesn't spread germs, if you know what I mean? It's going to stop all trafficking and drug sales. It's the greatest thing ever. Why would they all of a sudden say, but you can't buy gold and silver with it? Now think about that kind of bad press. Because everybody go, what are you talking about? Why can't, why? I thought this was the coolest thing ever. Oh yeah, total freedom. It's going to be amazing. You want it. It's going to be the answer to everything. During this economic collapse, we're just going to be able to literally load you up with $10,000 and give it to you as a prize. And you've got to spend it, but you can't spend it on gold and silver. Think about that bad press. There's no way they could get this to work. All right. So I think people need to put that out of their mind. They don't need to worry about you buying gold and silver, even if you love gold and silver, because you literally equate to less than 1% of the people that they need to convince to upload an app on their phone and have money on it. All right. Think about that. We got to just think straight up logically. I know a lot of people, so many times they go, it's like deep thinking. They just like, no, they're gonna destroy it. Yeah, I get the end plan. I copy the end plan. But the thing is that they're not gonna be able to give it to you and sell it to you if they think everyone thinks there's strings to it, right? Okay. Another thing, there are people that go, why would I ever buy gold and silver if in the end it's all going to be about a CBDC, a central bank digital currency? Well, I'm going to tell you what. Are you allergic to things that go up in price or value? If you're the kind of person that just wants to buy things that go down in value, yes, gold and silver is not for you. I want you to have that epiphany right here, right now. Don't do it. And the reason why, you can say, well, how are you so sure that it's going to go up in value? Well, I like to be a historian. Throughout history, if you go back into the olden days, every time a central banker decided, I'm going to print some money and I'm going to print it like crazy, and we're going to give it out. And I'm going to keep most of it for myself and buy all the wealth of the people. But then I'll sprinkle out little bits, little droplets of crap paper currency. And then everything's going to go up in value and people are going to be poor and I'll buy more stuff from them. Well, every time that happened, gold and silver went up. It's crazy how history works. It's like it tells us what's going to happen in the future. But since we can't look into history, hey, I took that history class. I hate history. Well, copy, you're doomed to repeat it. That's how it works. And all the time, and even just going back to the year 2000, just the year 2000. Hey, we had this thing called the .com crash. Pets.com was a bad idea. Yep, that's right. It should not have been worth billions of dollars. Now it's worth nothing. Well, let's take that as a baseline. .com crash. Gold is at like 250 bucks. Gold's now in 1650 bucks. Wait a minute. Gold's gone up more than the Dow Jones. Matter of fact, it's gone up more than gasoline, more than the average car price, more than the average house price. It almost seems like gold is a buy. Nah, no, it's okay, because the Fed's not going to print any more money. No. I mean, they doubled the money supply 2 years ago, but they're done. They're yeah, they learned their lesson. Yeah, no, they haven't. So on the long haul, the long period, with all sarcasm aside, now that all the flakes have left the video, they're going to keep printing, and gold and silver will keep finding that revaluation. It revalues every time they start printing more money. So if you think they're going to print more money over the next few years, you're probably in pretty good position. And this isn't financial advice. I'm just a dude with a brohawk, a dream, and a really weird accent. But you're pretty much guaranteed that gold over the long term is going to go up. Now, you can't sit there and freak out when it takes a header because the stocks are selling off. Like I told you, this would happen in September. Starting in September, gold and silver paper prices, the spot price is going to tank. I said, watch out, the premiums are going to explode on physical. The ninja was right. Honestly, that's why you guys watch, right? You don't watch me to be wrong. I have been wrong before. I was wrong. Anyway, my point being is this: gold, you will be able to sell for central bank digital currency. There's going to be a point, there's going to be a day, if they get their way, which I believe there is a day they're going to get their way, but that's it. There's no more paper currency. And if you look at England right now, the Bank of England, they came out and said, hey, that paper currency is null and void as of October 1st. People, and it was like a year ago, and we got these new polypropylene notes or whatever, these fancy whiz bang stuff. It's cleaner, the germs. And people waited and waited and waited. They said, hey, October 1st, worthless. And then like 2 weeks ago, people like, oh, I got to get down to the bank. And then they figured out, oh, it's like Black Friday. Everybody's here doing this. And you can't turn it in. Sorry, it's worthless now. Worthless. But I didn't get to turn on my in. Well, you're an idiot. You should have done it. Like they're telling you what they're doing. Just like they're telling you right now. We're switching to a central bank digital currency. It's going to be digital. Cash is trash. Literally, it's going to be gone. We're destroying it. And people just laugh at me. What's funny? They laugh at me and they're completely broke. You can't make this stuff up. You got to use sarcasm sometimes. It's like being a firefighter and having to joke around about all the horrible, heinous stuff you see, because if you really dwell on it, you'll go nuts. Or being in the military and seeing heinous, horrible things, but fighting for what you believe in, for your country's freedom, but having to deal with those horrible things. Trust me, I know what it's like. And I don't want to get off too much of a tangent, but right now, people have lost their minds. They don't understand. And so I personally like to hold gold in a time like this because that's what wealthy people do. They aren't dumb. They got wealthy for a reason. So wealthy people are storing gold. I store gold. I go vault it, and I'll put a link if you guys, to a company I use, I totally agree that if you don't hold it, you don't own it. There's always counterparty risk in those situations. But honestly, companies like Brinks and other companies like that, they're not in the business of losing your gold. uh, that's just, a lot of people freak out and they go, I got to hold on to it. Okay, cool. Then do it. It's not practical for me. I can't hold on to my own precious metals. Okay. I've been doing this for a long time. So I work with companies and I diversify through those, around the world, the different vaults. I also diversify with multiple companies, vaulting companies. That's how I do business. That's how I work, you know? But anyway, I want to tell people that, you're going to be able to buy these CBDCs. And quite frankly, when this panic happens and the Fed announces, all right, guys, we're having problems. We got to inject, trillions of dollars into the economy. Or just download this app. You're going to have to do it anyway. Download this app and we're going to put 10 grand on it. I want to see Ninja Nation go and buy gold and silver with it, honestly, and not buy Louis Vuitton bags and not buy a car that you can't afford because you're only using all of your $10,000 or whatever they put on this as a down payment on a car that you can't afford. I don't want to see that from Ninja Nation. I want you buying assets. I want you paying off debt with it, or buying gold and silver with it, or buying an asset, buying Bitcoin. I like Bitcoin too, although that's going to crash soon too. So, and I haven't sold in my Bitcoin. So anyway, guys, I hope you got something out of this. I thank you so much for watching. With that being said, the Economic Ninja is out.